At this point, it's not even shocking anymore. Every time Gervonta "Tank" Davis looks like he's about to fully lock in and separate himself as one of the greatest fighters of his era, something outside the ring pulls him right back into controversy. And the crazy part is, this isn't about one woman, one case, or one mistake. When you line everything up year by year, this story starts to look less like bad luck and more like a cycle Tank still hasn't broken. Everything I'm about to say is alleged unless proven in court, but the timeline speaks for itself. Chapter 1. Early Warning Signs 2020. Back in February 2020, Tank Davis was already a rising star when things first went public. During a basketball game at the University of Miami's Watsco Center, an incident occurred involving his then-girlfriend Andrea Thalia. Police reports say an argument escalated in public. Witnesses stepped in, and Tank was arrested on a simple battery/domestic violence charge. This wasn't backstage. This wasn't private. This happened in front of a crowd. That moment didn't end his career. It was the first crack in the image. And later that same year, things got even more serious. Chapter 2. Hit and run that changed everything. In November 2020, Tank was involved in a high-speed crash in Baltimore. According to court records, his vehicle ran a red light, collided with another car, injured 4 people, and Tank left the scene. This case didn't disappear. 2023 pleaded guilty to traffic-related charges tied to that crash and was sentenced to probation and house arrest. This matters because from that point on, Tank wasn't just famous. He was famous under court supervision. Every move now came with consequences. Chapter 3. 2022. Another arrest, same questions. December 2022, Tank was arrested again in Florida on a domestic violence battery charge after a woman called 911. Arrest made national headlines, especially with a fight coming up. Later, the woman recanted her statement. The case did not move forward. Legally, no conviction. Reputationally, that was another mark added to the record. Chapter 4. Probation violation. As comes back by June 2023, Tank was taken back into custody for a new accusation for violating the terms of his house arrest related to the hit-and-run case. Showed something important. Even when charges get dropped, their cases still control your freedom. No reset button. Chapter 5. 2025. Same story, different city. July 2025, was arrested again in Miami Beach on a misdemeanor domestic violence charge tied to an alleged incident involving his ex-girlfriend in Doral. Once again, the pattern repeated. August 2025, prosecutors dropped the case after the alleged victim declined to cooperate. No conviction. But another headline. Another warning sign ignored. Chapter 6. Most serious allegations yet, 2025 to 2026. Now we get to the situation everybody's talking about. Late 2025, a woman came forward and alleged that Tank Davis was involved in an incident that included battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping. Law enforcement announced charges weeks later. Here's where the situation took a different turn. Instead of immediately surrendering, Tank did not turn himself in right away. Several days, law enforcement searched for him. People online started saying he was on the run. Eventually, in January 2026, Tank was arrested after leaving a store, reportedly after doing some shopping, and taken into custody without incident. No chase, no drama, just cuffs. Chapter 7. The bond and the reality check. Tank was later released on bond. And let's keep it real. The bond was reported around $16,000. Everybody knows Tank had the money to pay that easily. So this wasn't about money. This was about mindset. Right now, Tank is back out, free, with his future still on the line. And at this point, all anybody can really do is hope and pray he gets his head right. The hard truth. Let's be honest. Tank doesn't need to trap a woman. He doesn't need chaos. He's got millions, access, and opportunity. Women are always going to be there. The problem isn't fame, it's decisions. Do I think Tank should put the gloves down this early? No. Plenty of fighters manage to raise their kids, protect their daughters, control their emotions, and still compete at the highest level. But being aggressive in the ring is not the same as putting hands on your partner. If putting the gloves down is the only way to truly stop that behavior, then damn, maybe that conversation has to be had. So now the real question is this. Do you think Tank will handle this last case like a man? Lock in, stay out the way, and accomplish his goals of retiring on top? Or do you think once the competitive career ends, things might slowly start going downhill? because it hurts to watch another brother go down this road. But at the end of the day, it's our decisions and mindset that either get us into these situations or out of them. Everything discussed is alleged unless proven guilty in court. This is Famous Crash Outs TV, just keeping y'all updated on what's going on with Tank. Videos coming daily. Subscribe if you rock with the channel. It really helps. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.